Hello there. I realised it's been quite a while since I filled you in on what happened in the second leg of my trip through Canada. So you have, hopefully, if you've watched my last video, already seen what transpired in Toronto. If you haven't already seen that video, I would recommend you do, but by no means should you stop watching this one. I know a lot of people say that for some reason, but stick with this one. Chronologically, you'll sort it all out in your own mind. Stick with this one for now. This is going to be a video about the subsequent journey through Canada, across the continent of North America to Vancouver. So Toronto to Vancouver via train. It was, in fact, a train that runs on a network called Via Rail. So via train, via rail. And me and my girlfriend were lucky enough to have a sleeper carriage on this particular train. So we had the joy of 5 days on a train, whilst watching the incredible continent of North America pass us by. It was an excellent experience, probably a once-in-a-lifetime type experience, and I really hope you enjoy seeing some of the footage, some of the very, very copious amounts of footage I collected on that trip. And after that, I'll also show you some of Vancouver, and then I think also in this video, I'll also cover our return to Toronto. Spent a few more days in Toronto after that, so we went from Toronto, train to Vancouver, stayed in Vancouver for a few days, as long as we could, and then flew from Vancouver back to Toronto, spent about, I think it was 1 night in Toronto, saw some of the highlights again, and then we flew back from Toronto to the UK. So that was the agenda, the schedule, but don't let that trouble you overly as you watch my experience travelling across North America from Toronto to Vancouver, experiencing Vancouver, experiencing Toronto. This is part 2 of my journey through Canada. Please do enjoy. Well, hello. You are joining me on the Via Rail Canadian journey from Toronto to Vancouver. And I'm being quiet because we are in the dome car at the moment, not in our personal cabin, but here you go. Here is the view from the dome car, if you can hear me. This is probably not one of the most picturesque areas we've passed through, but certainly worth seeing. So yes, I think we're very lucky that this area has reopened, this area of the train. Certainly as recently as a couple of months ago, maybe even more recently than that, this area of the train wouldn't have been open because of coronavirus precautions, but now it is, and we're lucky enough to be here. Obviously do have to wear masks in this area of the train, but we don't have to wear them when we're in our cabin, which is where we're spending most of the journey, obviously. So yeah. Hello, welcome to my cabin on the via rail, we've debated the pronunciation, Canadian route from Toronto to Vancouver. The laughter you can hear is my girlfriend finding it very funny that I'm recording a piece to camera, but let's not mind that. Anyway, as you can see, very picturesque, very beautiful scenes that we're going through at the moment, and it's been like this for the last few hours, and promises to continue to be like this for the coming days, 4 of them in fact. So yeah, thank you very much. What can I tell you? Oh well, so a moment ago we had our first kind of stop, but it was, there was 20 minutes or so. And I tried to get some drone footage, sadly having a bit of difficulty with my DJI Fly app at the moment, which meant that in brief, when I try and record video, the visual feed to the controller device freezes, so basically very difficult to record video in those circumstances. I did my best, and I'm sure I will show, or may have already shown you, the footage I got from that. But otherwise, yeah, we're just enjoying our first day aboard. We will be having our... Can you stop laughing? God. Never work with children or animals. We will be having our dinner in approximately, well, I don't know, in the next couple of hours at some point. Anyway, glossing over that. I'll also be able to show you some footage that we got from the dome observation car at the back of the train, which is where you can go to have a bit more of a 360 kind of panoramic view around you, because obviously here in the cabin we have just the window, but a very nice window it is, and so perfectly enjoyable in the right circumstances. I'm going to go now, and I will see you anon. Well, hello, you join me on the morning of day 2 of our journey from Toronto to Vancouver. I'm just in the dome car. It's just before breakfast. Well, breakfast has started to be served, but it's going for another 2 hours. So I thought I'd take advantage of this opportunity to get some of the better views from the dome car. And it has been a lovely sunrise. It's been, lots of lovely clear blue sky, and the sun coming up, producing some beautiful light, which you may be able to see in the background there. But yeah, looking forward to another fantastic day.
There is only one of you, only one of me. There's a million of those who won't let us be. But they're not gonna see me bleed. Cause baby, I got you. I've been beaten to the ground, dragged across the dirt. I've been scared to live cause some people never learn. But they're not gonna watch me burn. Cause baby, I got you. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's the dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try but they can never take me down. Ooh, cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. They always bring all the lonely, but with you here nothing can scare me. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I will tell them what I'm feeling forevermore. I don't care about the feelings, not anymore. So let's show them that love is pure, no matter who it's for. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's the dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try but they can never take me down. Take me down. 'Cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. They always prey on the lonely, but with you here nothing can scare me. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. You, 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 you. I'm not afraid to love you. You, 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 you. Not afraid to love you.
Well, hello from outside Saskatoon rail station. We're just making a circa 15 to 20 minute stop, and I've already tried to get some drone footage on this stop, so I won't be able to stay with you for too long, but here we are outside the train. As we walk along the length of the train now, I've shown you already those Saskatoon in all its glory. I'm just going to walk back along now. Might as well get back on board the train, I think, because we've probably exhausted all there is to do in Saskatoon station. Not to denigrate Saskatoon at all, but I also expect we're about to be called back onto the train within the next kind of few minutes. So I'm just walking back up towards our stop, which is, well, our carriage, which is relatively towards the back of the train. You see, that's the rear of the train there. That's the dome car that we are able to get in. Well, I say able to get in. I think we could get in the other one if we wanted, but that's the closest one. And yeah, this is Saskatoon, and I would say the province name, but I'm afraid I'll get it wrong. Saskatchewan? Saskatchewan? It's one of those. But this is, yes, Saskatoon. Lovely. The sun's come out. It was a bit of a grey start to the day. And we're going through kind of prairie land, so very flat, a bit less scenic than some of the other areas have been. But now the sun's out, we're presumably going to move out of the more built up area around Saskatoon, and I doubt we're going to see any of the Rockies today. I think that will be tomorrow, but we may start to get into more scenic territory, hopefully. So anyway, I better leave you before the all aboard shouts begin, and I'll see you in a bit. Bye.
Bombs over Baghdad really ain't that bad. Little wiretap, yes, yes. Little dodge in the IRS. Little haven from the taxman. Couldn't hurt that bad. Levies go hold up, they don't think it's alright. Throw Nola in a trash can. Got a carrot and a big stick. Doing a big things. Think I'm amazing. I don't care what the news is saying. That's a bona fide fact, man. I don't ever feel that bad. In fact, you tell me how dumb wrong you wasting your energy. Here's the same we spurred out in Tennessee.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. I can't get fooled again. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. Well, I can't get fooled again.
I'm American, I can say anything. Ain't nothing feel better than acting with impudence. Who don't we love a middleman in the land of this ignorance? Blind faith in the simpleton. We can coexist with the pretty fish. Got more lobby than a hotel money. Big money in this big white oval. Got the Coca-Cola cash coming over in a moment. So excuse me while I kick back and swig a big soda. Just sit back, watch this drive I'm in. I'm a fine fare, well hey, I'm betting. Even if there ain't no fair, my presence I'ma be president pretty soon, I reckon.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I can't get fooled again. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I can't get fooled again.
Good morning, and it is an early morning from Jasper in Alberta. Hopefully you can see the mountains behind me. So we're definitely in Rocky Mountain ski country now. This is a small little town that looks like, you know, it would be great to visit, I think, later during the day, but we've only got a couple of hours here quite early in the morning. There's a few coffee shops and things that are open around, but mainly we're just having a look at the mountains, getting the lie of the land now, and I'll see what other footage I'm able to bring you. But yeah, look at the scenery around me, beautiful. And it's only, I think, going to get prettier as the sun continues to come up. So when we arrived it was still quite dark. That was probably half an hour ago now that they let us off the train, and the sun's coming up. So I think once we get the sun coming over the crest of the mountains over there, we're surrounded by mountains here, the views will continue to get better. I'll just rotate the camera so you can see what I mean. Okay, we're now walking through the town of Jasper, a bit more central, but you should still be able to see the mountains in the background. We've still got probably 45 minutes or so before we're going to head back to the train, so I'll just see what shots I can get you of these mountains. I'm going to just keep walking along here. And here we go, I'm going to turn around now, and behind me is a pretty good backdrop of mountains over there. So yeah, hopefully you can see that. Really is a very scenic place. There's a sign on the window here saying keep calm and carry bear spray, which always fills one with confidence. I've ascertained that there's no point trying to fly my drone here, so not going to be doing that. Instead, just recording some footage like this, and maybe get some gimbal footage of the town itself in a minute. Well, here we are on, hopefully, well, not hopefully necessarily, I wouldn't mind another stop, but probably, barring anything going wrong, our last kind of stop where we get out of the train and look around before we reach Vancouver. So this is Kamloops in British Columbia. Lovely part of the country. You can see still mountainous territory behind me. Not quite the full kind of awe of the Rocky Mountains that we could see from Jasper, but still very pretty around here, particularly as we're just approaching kind of evening time, and we'll have some golden hour light on these rocky mountains and hills coming nowish / soon, so that's nice. Anyway, again, having ascertained that because I can't really leave the platform here, we probably can't get any drone footage. This is the best I can do. Here's our train, here's some mountains, and it's now, I think, about 6:30 in the evening on our 4th day on this train, and very early tomorrow morning is the plan, unless we get held up, as I hear happens often. The plan is that early tomorrow morning we would reach Vancouver. We'll take our bags to our hotel, not be able to check in probably at the time we arrive if we arrive when scheduled, and once we've hopefully stashed our bags somewhere, we'll be in a position to explore the city of Vancouver, which should be fun. As ever, thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, please do like it, and feel free to subscribe as well. And I look forward to showing you the rest of the trip, which was basically just to look around Vancouver and then flying back to Toronto and from thence to London, in the next video. Thank you very much.